Welcome to the deep dive. We take your sources, we pull out the key insights. Today, we're looking at artificial intelligence, drawing from a really interesting interview with an economist and polymath. Our goal here is to cut through some of the noise. Is AI truly this huge disruption people talk about, or is it maybe more complex? And crucially, what does that mean for you? Let's get into it.
Yeah, what's really striking is how capable AI is right now. I mean, models like GPT-3, they're already performing at these incredible levels in specific areas. Like if you had economics Olympics today, AI would win. Flat out. That's not some future thing. It's now.
Wow. Economics Olympics, that really paints a picture. What about for you personally? Was there like an oh shit moment with these large language models? Something specific?
Oh, definitely. My moments came with GPT-4, but even earlier with GPT-1 and GPT-3. I actually used GPT-3 for things like classical music.
Classical music, how so?
Well, I'd ask it, what should I listen for in Sibelius's First Symphony? And the answers are just remarkably deep, almost empathetic, you could say. Honestly, it's better than almost any human source you could readily find. It's nearly as good as a world-leading expert in that niche.
Yeah.
Certainly better than, say, a tenured professor at a good university.
That's incredible depth.
It is. And it suggests AI can be a kind of skill equalizer, helping maybe lower achievers write better, communicate better. But, and here's the paradox, the superstar talent, they can use these same tools to just soar even higher. So it kind of stretches things out at both ends.
Right. So it both levels the field and potentially increases the gap at the very top. Fascinating. Okay, let's shift to the economy then. Silicon Valley often talks about AI driving huge growth, maybe 10, even 25%. Are they missing something?
I think connecting this back, they often underestimate human imperfections. And just institutional inertia. Technology might grow exponentially, sure, but human systems are institutions. They tend to move linearly.
Like healthcare, education.
Exactly. Healthcare, education, government.
Yeah.
Adopting AI there is slow. You've got existing systems, regulations, even things like energy constraints. It's not just plug and play. Look at history. Electricity took, 40 or 50 years to really show up in productivity stats. The PC, maybe 20, 25 years.
Right.
Now, AI might be faster because it's sort of on tap through our devices already, but a truly fundamental economic shift, we're probably still looking at maybe a 20-year time horizon.
20 years.
Yeah. And you don't see it reflected yet in the big market signals, currencies, stocks, interest rates.
Right.
They aren't screaming radical upheaval imminent. If you want a key indicator for truly profound change, watch for a big leap up in real interest rates. That would signal massive investment, huge productivity gains being anticipated. We're not there yet.
Okay, so more of a slow burn economically. But what about the people side? Jobs. Everyone's worried about job displacement, mass layoffs in the headlines. How does that square with your view?
That's a key question. Look, I do not expect huge job displacement overall, not in the net sense. Instead, I think we'll see an enormous number of new jobs emerge, jobs focused on integrating AI into existing places or building completely new structures around it.
But something is changing.
Well, absolutely. Employers will likely be more skittish, maybe?
Yeah.
Skittish about hiring lots more people in the traditional way. So the whole job market vibe could feel different. And this might hit, say, young, recent college graduates harder, especially in tech hotspots like the Bay Area. That's where you might feel it first.
Okay, so shifts in anxieties, but maybe not mass unemployment. Beyond jobs, though, you mentioned AI could challenge what it means to be human by 2030. That's a big statement.
Well, you could see some people starting to view AI as oracles. Maybe even as gods in some cases, seriously. And our current education systems, they're just not ready for this. They're teaching skills like how to get good grades on certain kinds of tests that are becoming obsolete fast. The real cost isn't just economic, it's potentially psychological. Students graduating feeling totally unprepared for the world they're entering.
A psychological cost.
Wow.
And are we seeing different reactions globally to this looming change?
Huge differences. It's actually fascinating. The Anglosphere, U.S., U.K., Canada, Australia, tends to be pretty skeptical, nervous.
Okay.
East Asia, though, generally much more excited and optimistic. They see the potential. Then you have the EU, which often faces active hostility towards rapid AI development because of all the bureaucracy and regulation.
Interesting contrast. Anywhere else we should be watching?
Definitely. Keep an eye on the Gulf, specifically the UAE and maybe Saudi Arabia. They could become a surprising AI power. They have the commitment, they're attracting talent, and think about geography. A data center there is within a 100 millisecond ping of 2 billion people.
Wow.
That kind of centrality could be huge, like how coal deposits made England crucial back in a day. Data and AI infrastructure could do that for the Gulf.
So with all this happening, different speeds, different attitudes, can you even opt out? Can someone listening just decide, nope, not for me?
Eventually, I think opting out will become highly inconvenient. Think about trying to live without a mobile phone today. It's possible, but difficult. We might end up with a kind of barbell solution, where yes, many people dive deep into these immersive AI lives, but at the other end, you see a surge in demand for intensely human experiences.
Like what?
Things like ultramarathoning, extreme vacations, things that are incredibly physical and real, or even the comeback of the vinyl record, that tangible connection, a pushback towards the physical.
The barbell, immersion on one side, intense reality on the other. So as we wrap up, thinking about these huge shifts over the next couple of decades, what's the main thing you'd want our listener to hold on to?
Look, nobody is truly ready for this level of fundamental change. It's too big.
Yeah.
The real goal, I think, isn't perfect readiness. It's about protecting and strengthening the core things that allow societies to adapt well. Things like good institutions, capitalism, democratic checks and balances, political competition, free speech, transparency, and importantly, quality leadership. Those are the guardrails.
Strengthen the foundations to navigate the unknown. That's definitely a powerful thought to consider as you reflect on this deep dive into AI's complex future.